Presenting Astra Gazette number 13, the screen magazine of the Royal Air Force. London Airport, 17 hours flight from New York. But this constellation is still nearly 2 hours distant from Frankfurt, its goal. 45 minutes, that's the time limit for this high-speed transit stop service. No sooner have the passengers left than an extra earthing clip goes on. It's an additional precaution against static discharge as the petrol bowsers prepare to pump fresh lifeblood into the aircraft. For the engine consumed about 5,000 gallons on the flight across the Atlantic. The maintenance mechanics get busy. They are guided by the flight engineer's report. The cabin, too, must be spick and span before the next 49 passengers come aboard. Testing, inspecting. So the maintenance work speeds on. Here they're siphoning off fuel to check for water content. In the cabin, it's contentment in the hearts of the incoming passengers that matters more than all else. Incidentally, they're working in light, tapped off from a mobile power unit, now plugged into the nose of the ship. It's a way of saving the aircraft's batteries. The crew of the aircraft have not been idle. There may be time to relax when their captain, Ray Walls, has collected the latest flying reports. Manifests, loading plans for passengers and freight, all are ready in a little cardboard bag. Next stop for them is the Met Office. How are they making out? All tanks full, caps safely screwed on, no damage to engine cowlings or reversible air screws. 10 minutes yet for takeoff. And now, after uncoupling the mobile power unit, the final link between ground and ship has gone. Now she can only speak by radio. But if you could hear her captain bid farewell to this all-British ground crew, you'd hear him say, "Thanks, London, 45 minutes, away on time." Has the secret of bird flight at last been solved? 78-year-old William Howard claims to hold the answer in his hands. The secret, he says, lies in perfect flexibility of the wings, a secret which scientists have tried to pin down for 500 years. It all started over 40 years ago when a sick child asked him for a toy which would fly. But what he's produced is more than a toy. It's a scientific exhibit. Motive power for his model bird is elastic, but he believes that scaled up and with an engine to control the beat of its wings, it might provide mankind with a revolutionary means of flight. A scientific marvel which started as a toy. At Schaffholdendorf, not far from Osnabrück, North Germany, 6 clubs took part in a gliding competition. The Royal Engineers from Hamelin were there, plus a whole crowd of R.A.F. types, taking a rest from the roar of those newfangled engine and jet-driven aircraft. 37 pilots took part, and 23 gliders were in the air during the meeting. Seller, Lüneburg, Gütersloh and Fasberg were represented, but it was the boys from HQ's 2nd TAF at Schaffholdendorf who carried off the big prizes. They won as a team, and Flight Lieutenant Osland from the same club came first in the Vi class. That's Corporal Durr from Fasberg on his way. Pilots accustomed to handling everyday types of aircraft find a welcome change in drifting gently with only the sound of wind for company. So it's no wonder that gliding is fast becoming #1 recreation in the RAF. The much-coveted Gold Sea cross-country badges, awarded for flying over 3,000 kilometers, were won by 4 pilots, and 10 more won Silver Sea badges for over 5 hours duration flying and for climbing to over 3,000 meters. Presenting the prizes was the chairman of the 2nd TAF Gliding Association, Air Commodore Freeston. As any gliding type will tell you, the Silver Sea badges are few and far between, so that makes this scene almost unique. rhythm of West Indies Creole music is heard in England for the first time since 1948, as the Catherine Dunham Company of Dancers stages a Negro ballet. Based on Martinique ritual dances, it tells of how the evil spell of the zombies was used to part La Luce from her lover. La Luce is played by Catherine Dunham. The spell is broken as her lover intervenes, and the climax comes with the celebrated Agya, the fighting dance of Martinique. It's the final day of the Royal Air Force Athletic Championships, and Air Marshal Sir Hugh Warmsley, President of the Athletic Association, is in the huge stadium at Uxbridge for this day of sport. Athletes from every command are here, and plenty of ladies are competing. Here they go for the 100 yards. Sergeant Dowdswell quickly takes the lead, and no one can catch her. Now it's the men's turn to have a crack at the 100 yards. There's a good bunch of runners in the race, but Aircraftsman Ellis, number 3, stays just that little bit in front and flashes through to win. Now the high jumpers. Here's Pilot Officer Ludlow. Aircraftsman Graham makes the winning jump of 5 foot 10 inches. 15:05 hours, says the program, and that means it's time for the 3 miles final. They've still got a long way to go, so they're not going flat out yet. Keep an eye on number 2. He's Corporal Ranger of Fighter Command, and he's running as if the SPs are after him. At the tapes, he's still going hard and romps in for a great win. On the gun, the hurdlers get away to a fast start. It's a 120-yard race, and they're showing plenty of speed. If your money's on Pilot Officer Racing, you're in luck. Chalk up another victory for Flying Training Command. Last event of the day, and 6 teams fight it out for the interstation relay final. Fast changeovers at high speed are half the battle, but the flying training boys of R.A.F. Sileston have all the gen about that, and in they come to win in only 44.4 seconds. Lady Warmsley, wife of the president of the Athletic Association, presents the winners with their prizes and ends an afternoon of exciting and entertaining sport. At Cobtree Manor in Kent is Britain's smallest racetrack, where sawn-off dogs are the stars. What they're waiting to cheer are 2 Mick the Millers packed into half-pints. Watch Mac, he's tipped to win by a nose. This infernal contraption drives a mechanical rat. And does that rat laugh to see the terriers going headfirst into the traps? They're off, and it's a flying start. Beaten by by 3 lengths, but Mac thinks he's nothing more than an outsider.